Kids are heading back to school, but what should you do if your child is being bullied? We've talked about that here on the show before. A lot of parents deal with it. Well, our parenting expert is here with some answers and some tips for you. That's coming up a little later in the show.
Garcelle, what is coming up next?
Thanks, guys. Parenting expert Bettina Bush is telling us how to deal with bullying when you're the parent. That's next on HTL, and I need to know.
We all know bullying is a serious problem, yet so many kids encounter it on a daily basis.
That's right, and I feel like so many kids don't report it to anyone, not even their parents. So here to give us some hard facts about bullying and offer some solutions for parents is editor-at-large from Working Mother magazine, Bettina Bush. Hi, Bettina. Hi. So first of all, in order to tackle the problem, we have to understand what we need to know. And so you prepared some questions for us that we're going to answer true or false, right?
Right. A lot of people make assumptions about the bullying situation, so I want to ask you some questions.
Okay.
So true or false? Bullies are usually loners with low self-esteem. Okay. Well, yeah. So it's a mistake to assume that all bullies fit one type of prototype. Bullies come in all shapes and sizes. You really don't know, which kids are going to do it, which aren't. There are definitely common denominators with bullies, but really they could be the popular kids, they could be the loners, they could be doing it because they feel entitled, they could be doing it for many different reasons. So you want to make sure that you don't make assumptions about the bullies. The next thing I want to ask is, do you think that victims normally have a victim-type personality? They're meek and weak, low self-esteem. Look at how right we are today.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We don't want to say that because some of the most popular kids can be bullied. It really depends on the situation, and the only common denominator with the victims is that a bully decided to target them.
Sure.
So we don't want to put that on the victim. We don't want the victim to be the person who we're putting blame on for being any certain type of way.
Right.
That's not right. Okay, so my next question is, true or false? There are normally witnesses to bullying.
Oh.
Wow, this is a very, very informed group.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Well, they bully me every day, so I experience it in my own life.
I did want to say when you're talking about the bullying, sometimes there is just the one bully, but it seems like sometimes the bullies find themselves bullying because it's almost like a peer pressure thing.
Absolutely.
It's a trickle down. We found this person that we could all make fun of together.
Yes.
And it's almost like a group of them.
Peer pressure is one of the #1 reasons for bullying.
Yeah.
And it's heartbreaking as a parent as well, because you're concerned that you're raising a kind person and you're raising a strong child. But when a child gets put in a peer pressure situation, some personalities that you don't expect to become a bully do that, because some bullies are bullying out of a need to control the social hierarchy.
Right.
And they think that they can do it in that manner. So that is one of the #1 reasons.
Sure, I know we're here to talk about parents, but I feel like sometimes the kids don't know the difference between bullying and teasing. I mean, there's just teasing in playgrounds, and that's natural. So how do you tell the difference? Do you know what I mean? If somebody's calling you a poopy pants, that's not bullying. But because we're so hard on that word, that kids now think that everything is bullying.
The worst thing you can call
my daughter actually just this weekend said to me, so-and-so called me a name, that makes them a bully. I said, no.
Right.
That doesn't make them a bully. That makes them mean and having really bad judgment.
Yeah.
And so we talked about it.
Sure.
But we have to be very careful not to attach that label to children when they're not deserving of it.
Right.
And especially at her age, she's 6. I
told my son, I go, you smell, take a shower. And he said, Mom's bullying me.
Yeah.
I go, no, I'm not. You smell, take a shower. I'm being a mother and you're a boy. Enough with this.
Right, exactly. They don't. So what do we do as parents to help our kids? First of all, to get them to talk about it, and secondly, how do we deal with it?
Well, what we really need to do is have the conversations with our children. Don't just expect it to come up. Bring it up. Talk about it. Say, is anything going on at school? I saw this article on bullying. Have you had an experience with that? That kind of thing. One of the most important things that we can do is teach them, because more likely they're going to end up being a bystander. They're going to end up seeing it happening rather than having it happen to them. And we need to empower them with language and with behaviors, modeling behaviors for them, to show them you don't need to stand for this. This is not something that's acceptable. It's not okay. And if you're an older child on the playground and you see a younger child in that situation, you go stand up for what's
Absolutely,
right. You
I agree.
insert yourself.
I agree.
If you're at the same level as the victim, then and the bully, and you're intimidated, maybe you can say, "Hey, you know what? I think there's a teacher looking for you. You better go check."
Right.
Find a way to help the child
Sorry,
improve
I
yourself.
hate to cut you off.
So
Great
much.
information.
She's
More information about Bettina Bush and her awesome tips. Visit our website at HollywoodTodayLive.com. Thank you, Bettina Bush.
Thank you.